Hey guys, real quick, I wanted to bring up something in the Bible that is very misinterpreted because I used to misinterpret it myself a few years back. I actually learned this from a gentleman that was coming in to preach and pray with us while I was in jail while waiting to go to prison. And he said us at a table and he was talking and he was praying with people and he asked us all sitting in that circle, he says, "What does the word meek or meekness mean?" Of course, everyone said it means weakness. And he informed me that it actually meant the harnessment of power, which makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Because when you refer to people in the Bible, like Numbers 12:3, it refers to Moses being the meekest man. Well, Moses was not weak, by no means. He was far from it. He was God's chosen messenger. Of course, he wasn't weak. And when you talk about it in Matthew 5:5, it talks about the meek shall inherit the earth. That does not mean weakness. If you're talking about anything related to Jesus, that would be the polar opposite of what Jesus was. If you refer to any of his disciples, obviously they were not weak either. They went through a lot of stuff, all in the name of Christ. I mean, they got beaten, they got flogged, they got stoned, they got their heads chopped off, they got it put on a cross upside down, they got skinned alive. I mean, it's just never ending brutality that happened to the disciples. They were obviously not weak. So the word meek in Greek context actually comes from the word praus, which is really illustrated as a trained warhorse. So you think about a trained warhorse, and what does it do? It stands still, awaiting orders. It is a strong, muscular beast. It waits orders. When orders are given, it's relentless. It goes wide open, right into the face of battle. And that is actually what that means. It means we are to be harnessed, but when we need to go into battle, we are to be ready and we are to be fearless. So when you talk about the harnessment of power, that makes total sense. You take Jesus as an example. People thought that he was meek. And if that meant weak, wow. You're saying God in the flesh is weak? Absolutely not. He could have took out the Romans with just one finger, wiped them out. He didn't do that. He was harnessing his power. And when you think about that, he came as a lamb the first time, as a sheep, correct? Of course he did. The next time he comes back, he is not going to be harnessing his power. So maybe he was meek when he was here the first time. When he comes back, he is going to be a lion. He is going to be what is called the Lion of Judah. So meekness does not mean weak. It's misinterpreted. So we should be meek, not weak. Harness our power and we wait instruction from our Heavenly Father. Something to think about. I thought so. Keep your head up. Talk to Jesus.